Welcome, listeners, to Crossing Borders, a podcast that is not about immigration. I am your host, Sid, also known as Squidney, and this is my co-host, Josh, also known as Mythic. Grab your passports and join us for episode 1, where we will be talking about the extreme discrepancies between American and Indonesian currencies. First, let's catch up on each other's weeks. So, Josh, anything interesting happened to you this week, or anything crazy?
Actually, yeah, there's something happened that was quite interesting this week.
Oh, really?
My AC was broken earlier this week.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, apparently it was too hot. Like the general weather is quite hot, so we use AC quite often here. And
yeah,
well, sometimes how the excess fluids pipe sometimes gets clogged, right?
Yeah.
And the problem was the pipe was inside of the walls, like it's like built into the house, so we can't exactly just yank it off and clean it the usual way, like just like washing. So we tried a couple weird methods. So me and my family we hooked it up to a bicycle pipe. And just hooked it up in there, and then just pump, hoping that the air is gonna, hopefully, I don't know, do something. Well, clearly it didn't work. So we hooked it up on a water pump and pumped water upwards because it was like going from the AC into the wall downwards and exit to the bathroom, right?
Yeah.
So we plopped the pump from the bathroom and just pumped water in. Well, it was such a bad idea because water came pouring out of the AC. And
that's not supposed to happen?
That was not supposed to happen. So it was leaking, previously it was leaking from its where the wind comes out basically.
Yeah.
And now it's dripping water, so that's not good. So, well, how do we fix this? Fast forward a little bit, like a couple days. We bought a manual hand pump where you squish the ball thing, and it will pump air in, right?
Oh yeah, I see. Yeah.
Yeah, we manually dismantled the AC and just plucked it from the excess pipe from the above this time, not from the bottom, because that was dumb. And just pumped some air in there. Well, air didn't work, so we hooked it up to some water in a gallon and just pumped water in, and I think we successfully removed the clog inside the pipes. And what came out was disgusting. I'm not quite sure how to it's like slime, but really black and really stinky. But it was weird. It was very bizarre.
The venom symbiote inside your pipe.
The venom is hiding in there. I didn't know I had a venom. And yeah, we had, after the slime came out, another thing came out. It was like sort of, how when you leave milk outside, it has like a film on top of it?
Yeah. I leave milk outside, but
no, I mean, but when you leave it outside for too long, it has that sort of film on top of it. It's like that, but transparent and black spots all around it. It was weird.
Really gross.
I'm not quite sure if an alien lives in my AC, but that's what came out.
You have some sort of space creature living in your piping.
Am I in trouble? I might be in trouble.
Probably.
Send help.
Yeah.
Oh no. And then we thought it was fixed, right? Because we turned on the AC after that, and it was not dripping water anymore. And we're like, "Hooray! It works!" I go to bed that night, waking up with a puddle of water dripping from my table down to the floor from the AC. I was like, "Oh no!"
No.
I grabbed the towel, just tried to frantically wipe it off, and also because it's a wooden table, right? We wouldn't want to get it broken and stuff. Wipe it off real quick. Get some more towels, some paper towels, and just literally right now I have a bucket right beside of me on the table to hold the water, and it's half full, by the way.
Oh,
it's like a I'd say 20 centimeters bucket, so around.
Oh, that's a lot of water dripping from your AC.
yeah, it's a lot, and yeah, we don't know what to do right now because we are contacting the technical people who probably understand more than us on how to fix this.
AC people,
The AC people. Yep. Well, there you go. That's my week. How about you? Any interesting happenings going on?
That is kind of funny, because my story was my microwave broke.
Oh, appliances.
So
the burden of humanity.
Our electric machines, boxes, things that do warm things, cold things, or whatever, just falling apart, I guess. There was no sludge coming out of my microwave, nor was there space aliens involved. Although that would be cool.
That would be really cool.
I actually have no idea why it broke. It just, my brother was trying to make some popcorn, and he burnt his popcorn, and he's like, "Oh no, I burnt my popcorn." So he went to make another batch, and it just didn't work. And so it was like going out with a bang. It's like, okay, my very last action will be incinerating this poor man's popcorn. It'll be burnt to a crisp, charcoal. You get coal for Christmas.
Wonderful.
No popcorn.
Sounds delightful, yeah?
But yeah, we replaced it, and this one looks big, even though it's essentially the exact same size. I don't know what it is, but it just looks bigger.
I see.
Yeah, that's my fun fact of the week, my story.
Wonderful. I do have another story happening yesterday, which was pretty interesting, where I ordered an online Uber, but it's named different, and this is a short one because when I got the driver's name, I'm not quite sure I can say this man's name, but it was from a guy in Berlin in World War II. I'm pretty sure you know who I mean.
Yeah.
And his name was that. And then the middle name was Berlin, and I won't mention the last name, but it was also German related. So it's quite an interesting driver's name. And when the driver comes, like, "Sir, you've got a very, very interesting name," and he's like, "Yeah, a lot of people say that, but I wouldn't dare to ask."
I get that a lot.
I wouldn't dare to ask if he changed his name or if perhaps the parents were fans of that old man or something. Who knows? That's about it.
Yeah,
I think.
Maybe it was a family name.
Or maybe it was a family name. He was straight from Germany. He came here, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. Just a random German Uber guy in Indonesia.
Which was... okay, right, sure.
Unexpected, but I'll take it.
Yeah, so I think we should jump straight into the episode. Today's topic,
of course, talking about money,
the very different currency between America and Indonesia. So, to start things off, everyone listening at home, or in your car, or in your bathroom, or wherever you are,
maybe even while you're clearing out the pipes of space aliens, you can listen.
Definitely. This podcast will make you feel relaxed.
Have it on the background.
Learn new stuff.
Yeah.
And that's about it. Sydney here is from America, and I am an Indonesian.
Oh, yes.
Southeast Asian country. So we're basically opposite of each other around the globe.
Yeah, almost exactly. Only a couple hundred miles off, actually. Wait, what is directly opposite? Opposite
not quite sure, actually.
Of the world from me, I guess.
Yeah.
Let's see. The middle of the Indian Ocean, just south of Australia.
Oh,
or south west.
As you guys might know, dollar is like US dollars at least. It's quite up there with the other European currencies, and it's basically the baseline of every other currency. If the United States ain't printing more dollars, we, the smaller countries, ain't printing more of our money, basically, right? We're basing it off of dollars. Because, well, if we print more money, then inflation, and then the money means nothing, and blah, blah, blah. It's all this, all this kind of worms, basically.
Good old inflation.
And
love to see it.
It was quite interesting how $1 US is around 15,549.95 Indonesian rupiah, or IDR.
15,000?
15,000, that is right.
It's $1.
It's $1. Can you quantify your what is your imagination when you heard the 15,000?
Do you use do you just buy everything in I assume you have different bill sizes, right?
Yes, that is correct.
What's the highest bill size you have?
100,000.
100,000. Okay.
Yep.
Because here the highest bill size we have is just 100.
$100.
So
Yeah.
I would just imagine either you go around paying for everything using what, 150 $100 bills or 100 rupiah bills,
Mm-hmm.
or you're just paying in ones, which is even better. You just bring a stack of dollar bills. It's like, I'd like to buy a sandwich, please.
Oh, yeah, it was quite funny how inflation was, okay? Because back in the day, we'll talk more about how it became this in another episode. But at the oldies time, the different bills were basically just coins of different 1 Indonesian rupiah, 2 Indonesian rupiah, 5 Indonesian rupiah, and now we're at the thousands. Like the smallest one you can get right now in terms of coins is 100 coins, and even they are very rare. Like you found them very rarely around unless you're in the market, like in terms of local market, you can definitely find them. But if you're going to the supermarket or a big mall or something, it's quite rare to find the $100 coins. $100 rupiah coins.
Yeah. Wow, that's interesting. The smallest unit we have is the penny, which is 1 cent, which is a 1/100th of a dollar. So that's let's see,
makes sense.
150 rupiah. If I'm not mistaken, then pennies are discontinued. Oh no, not yet. Okay, so
not
we
yet.
still make pennies.
They were about to be discontinued. Why?
Because no one ever uses them.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure they're actually more expensive to make than they're worth. If I'm not mistaken again. Here.
Wow.
Cost to make a penny.
No.
Thank you, Google. Okay, a penny is 1 cent, but it costs 2.1 cents to make a penny.
Oh, well, that's very interesting. I didn't know that.
According to this quick Google search, so that might be not precise. So if that's not exactly on, don't sue us. Please.
What we can buy. Back in the day, you can buy an ice cream for 20 rupiah, but now an ice cream costs you 5,000 rupiah, which is still quite cheap if if you lived in here. 5,000 is
but it just sounds like a lot.
It does sound like a lot. When I first knew about other countries from where I live, and I was looking at their currency and their money bills, I was like, wait, $5 can buy you so much. Why do we have to spend thousands and thousands of rupiah just to buy a single candy? Why?
Yeah.
Why is this a thing?
You learn that, and then you learn that different currencies have different values.
Yeah, and it was so confusing at the first time as well. In terms of from the topic, from the episode name, homeless or millionaire. If you are an Indonesian and you bring 100,000 rupiah to America, you are homeless. But if you are an American, you bring $100,000 into Indonesia, you will become a millionaire, literally, because 100,000 United States dollar is around. Let me count: 1, 2, 3, 1,500,000,000 Indonesian rupiah.
You would be a billionaire. Dang.
Yeah, billionaire actually.
I need to move to Indonesia.
Just saying.
Okay, let's see. At Walmart, an thing of ice cream, home style vanilla ice cream, great value, of course.
Yes.
48 fluid ounces is $2.48. Not counting
$2.48 is 38,000 Indonesian rupiah. Why would I buy an ice cream that much? That costs so much. Why?
You just come here and you're like, bro, toothpicks. A toothpick is 2 days worth of work for me. Here, how much does a toothpick cost? I actually have no idea how much toothpicks cost.
Just a single toothpick, or
Okay, a 200-piece thing of toothpicks is about $2. So they're about 1 cent each. So that's 150 rupiah.
Still, $2 for that is so expensive. You said ice cream is $2.48 in USD, and if we convert that to Indonesian rupiah, that's around 38,500 rupiah, right? And that 38,000 can buy 2 people lunch, like mediocre lunch, which is insane to think
the
about.
scaling is a bit interesting.
I know. A single ice cream can buy 2 people fulfilling lunch. I mean, I'm not saying they're good lunch. They might be like the low end.
But it is a
kind of
lunch.
But it is a lunch, and you know that's good. I guess. I mean, that is actually insane to think
lunch
about.
Lunch is lunch. Everyone loves lunch.
Yeah,
or I shouldn't say that. Most people love lunch.
Most people love lunch. Agreed.
I think it's average to love lunch.
According to lunch. Google's graph, looks like rupiah's value has just fallen quite. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We're fine, guys. We're totally not
rupiah
falling apart in here. Yep.
Chart.
Yeah. So, like, in terms of
okay, let's pull up rank.
Let's talk. Okay, more food. For example, here we usually, like, the most common lunch or dinner or breakfast is, well, nasi goreng, right? And that is basically a fried rice with an Indonesian style, with a fried egg, usually with some tomatoes, some cucumber, like chopped cucumber, and then it was using some sweet soy sauce and basically fried, and with some other stuff in there, which I couldn't mention because I'm not a very good cook, but you know, that
sounds really good.
It is really good. Like, once you've tried it once, you would want it again.
Okay, I'm trying to think. What's the fanciest rice I've had?
Oh,
it's probably just rice with some pork, peas, and corn.
That sounds sad, but okay.
I mean, it's okay.
It's okay. Yeah, it's not bad.
Rice just isn't the same here.
A regular nasi goreng is costing me around 20,000 Indonesian rupiah, which, if converted into USD, is around $1.29.
Okay.
You know, a full lunch for $1. I'm just saying.
For lunch, I often have what I do is, we have chickens. So what I do is I take 2 eggs that we got from our chickens, and I fry them up, add some salt and pepper, and then I take 2 slices of bread and some cheddar cheese, and I butter one face of each of the slices, or both slices. I butter a single face of them, and then I make a sandwich where the butter's on the outside, and then fry that on the skillet too. So it's a nice grilled cheese egg sandwich.
Whoa.
And let's see, how much is an egg? Egg price. Looking up
price America.
Bread
price America. Cheese price America.
Bread prices near me. Okay, actually, bread prices. I recently moved temporarily, but because I'm out for the semester for college. The bread cost where I was $1 for a loaf of bread. Which
$1 for a loaf of bread. $1 can get you 12 loaves of bread. Wait, loaf is like one whole thing, right?
Yeah, it's a whole thing of bread.
Oh, I thought it was like a single slice. Okay,
No, not a slice of bread.
$1 can get you a big loaf of bread where I live.
Okay, and let's see. Eggs. It says here, eggs. 12 eggs is almost $3.
No, what? That's so expensive.
So 25 cents an egg. So that's 5 cents plus like the 2 slices of bread would be like, I don't know. It's probably like a $1 meal. I don't want to think about how much the cheese costs per slice because it comes in a block and I slice it myself.
Yes, of course,
$1 for a sandwich. Okay, that actually lines up with what you said, right? For what was the rice thing called? The
nasi goreng. It was costing around. Wait, let me open this one. $1.29.
That's not bad. If we compare, if I went out to like a restaurant, not like a fancy restaurant, but like a place where I just buy food and eat it and don't have to prepare it, not the store, like the grocery store or anything. Yeah. For example, Subway. If I go to Subway and I buy a foot-long sandwich, Italian herbs and cheese toasted with it doesn't matter what's in it because it costs the same. But depending on the meat, but like rotisserie style chicken is a $12 for a single foot long sandwich.
$12, so $1 for
$12.
1/12 of a foot, I guess.
It's $1 per inch.
Yep. Which is okay. Let me see, a foot-long sandwich, and I mean, Subway literally just came to my country this year, so it's actually some people are like, trying it out for the first time. What is this Subway?
I really like Subway.
What does it taste like? And looking at the menu here, it's bloody expensive. What is this price? My gosh! Holy! That's why it's so expensive. My goodness. I mean, if you're an average Joe, if you're an average like Indonesian citizen, you're not too rich, not too poor.
Yeah, just in the middle.
Just like in the middle. This is expensive. My goodness. Holy. Okay, 1 foot long. What were you usually?
That might explain why they haven't been in your country until this year. So.
Well, clearly. Well, did you have?
We're not going to sell anything.
Was it chicken slice? Chicken
rotisserie style chicken.
Rotisserie. There's only roasted chicken. There's no rotisserie chicken, but there's roasted chicken. And roasted chicken, if it's a foot long, it costs 71,000 rupiah, which is, let me check in dollars, 71,000. Around, did it cost $12 for you?
Yeah.
It costs $4.50 per minute, which is...
Maybe I do need to take all my wealth and just move to
Maybe you should move here, to be honest. It's so cheap. I mean, for you it's for cheap. For me, it's like, holy, that's expensive.
If you moved here, you would be doomed. You would be
definitely. I would literally be on the streets begging for money. My goodness. Yeah. That's
unless you managed to
sandwich.
snag a job right as you showed up and start making money. That's probably the only way you would be able to make it.
Yeah, with a working visa, I guess I would be able to, unless I enter illegally.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah.
Then again,
but this isn't a podcast about immigration, so
we do not condone entering a country illegally. Thank you.
Yeah, don't break the law, guys. It's not cool.
It's not good for your health and mine, and
typically
people around
also
you.
for
Right.
the law.
Yeah, clearly. A veggie delight, which is just vegetables, I guess, in a foot-long sandwich. It costs 47,000, which is considerably cheaper, but still expensive, costing us $3. My goodness, that's expensive. Very expensive.
Especially considering $2 can buy a meal for 2 people.
Yeah, $3 can meal for 2 people with a very, very, very good lunch,
Yeah.
And in terms of lunch, I'm talking about street food here, not like a fancy restaurant.
Yeah.
If you're in a fancy restaurant, you'll get really poor really fast, to be honest.
Well, that's anywhere in the world. If you had a fancy restaurant,
restaurants are for the.
okay,
we don't really eat at
$50
restaurants unless we have a special occasion, for example, someone's birthday or I don't know, someone's anniversary
holiday.
Or something. Yeah.
You just found some buried pirate treasure that adds up to $50,000 US dollars.
Yep, I was hired by a bounty hunter, so I killed the alien in my AC, and I got a lot of money. Then, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and then the Indonesian government also bought the corpse of the alien to study it.
And then I got more money for buying foot-long sandwiches. Yeah, that sounds lovely. Then, yeah, definitely.
And then Indonesia gets alien things as well as the United States. So we got New Mexico, so that's awesome. But this isn't about aliens. We're talking about money.
True. So let's skip past that.
Tangent.
And anyway.
Yeah. Episode ideas, talk about aliens.
Oh, yeah, let's put that in. Clearly.
Actually, that's a good idea. I'm going to put that on the list.
Yep, let's put that on the list. Oh, man, that's amazing. It's called finding, it's all multitasking, everybody. Finding topics while we're talking about another topic. In terms of,
does your country have a legal minimum wage?
There is. A legal minimum wage is around, let me check here. 1, 3, around $257.24, which is per month, by the way, not per day or per hour.
Oh my god, excuse me. Yeah, we count things an hour here mostly.
Yeah,
so wait, what was that? 326?
You're far off. It's 257.
Oh, 257. How did I hear 326?
I'm not quite sure what's wrong with your ear.
Yeah.
$257, which sounds
Okay.
a lot.
And let's
but
see.
then again,
Yeah.
then
You can buy a
again,
whole desk with that.
yeah, I can buy a whole desk with that. Wonderful. That's lovely. Real lovely. I mean, then again, yeah, I guess the living cost here is way cheaper than in American.
That is
so,
true.
no, it works out. But if you're about to live here with bringing your currency, then you'll be set for life. If I was to go there, okay, here we go. If you were to bring $1 million to Indonesian, you would get around that is so big. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
You'll get a lot of
15 billion 549 million 950,000 rupiah.
which is quite a bit.
Quite a bit. I mean, to be honest. If you have that much money and you don't like spend stuff on unnecessary things, you can literally live with that money for like the next 20 years here, to be honest.
$1 million is a lot here as well, though. So,
but $1 million, 1 million rupiah, where you live, is around $64. Let's go.
Oh wow, that is impressive.
That is unimpressive at all. Why is that so sad?
Doing quick math, I would be a multimillionaire in rupiah. That's awesome.
Clearly, if I'm if I had $1 million rupiah and I would go to where you live, I would literally be broke. So broke. My gosh.
Yeah, you would literally spend that all on like one tank of gas.
Clearly. Oh man, how much does gas cost in terms of like per liter?
Oh my gosh, gas costs are kind of an interesting topic. They were a few months ago specifically because our president was like, "Hey, we're gonna try to encourage you guys to buy electric cars because eco-friendliness, because that's just what my political party does." And then I think what happened was he like cut off some like gas supplies to drive up gas prices to influence people to buy electric cars. I think was the plan. I didn't really follow it too much, so I may be wrong. But I think it didn't get super bad where I live because I live in Idaho, so it's more rural. But
clearly,
like California, it was insane. Here, gas prices 2022 July. How about that? That's when it was pretty bad. 4th of July, Idaho's average gas price was $5.22 per gallon. So gallon to liter. So that's about 3 liters. So quick math. That's okay. So about $1.30 per liter.
$1.30. Okay. It's around $0.40 in where I live per liter. But that's the one that gets subsidies. You see, we have different ones here. So if you're having a hard time with economy, the government supplies some gas that's already been subsidized. So I don't even know if that's a word, but it's been been helped. No it's been paid by the government, like half of it mostly, and people who are having economic problems can, get cheaper gas prices, and basically the same gas but non-subsidy, where a lot of rich people should buy because they don't need help from the government to buy this stuff, and it's basically twice the price of 0.40, so it's like around 0.80 or 0.90 dollars per liter. The problem is there's these people who are clearly able to pay, but they keep taking the subsidized gas, and that makes me angry.
Okay, what I'm getting is this is like a thing where you're talking with your friend, and then gas comes up, and then you start complaining, "Oh, those rich people, they're buying our gas."
And then one of my friends was like, "But I buy the same gas." Like, how dare you!
No!
Taking our gas, no! Like
here, when you go to a gas station, there you can get 3 kinds of not glass, but you can get 3 kinds of gas.
Well, clearly not glass, because they don't sell that.
Well, yeah. I mean, you might be able to get some glass. I don't know if it's a really weird gas station, but...
for sure. Right. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know about Indonesia, but gas stations here, they have like a little convenience store attached. It's
Well, yeah.
so you can buy like
Okay.
snacks and stuff. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
the one just down the road for me has like muffins and they're pretty good. I never buy them though, but they're pretty good muffins. But anyways, there's the three kinds of gas. There's like unleaded, there's leaded, and something else I don't remember. But
Mm-hmm.
most of the time your car runs on one kind of gas. They're like different kinds of gas, not different
Oh, like diesel,
like they're
solar, and
physically
stuff like
different
that.
liquids. Yeah. So the cheapest one happens to be the one that all the cars I've ever refueled have run on. Hopefully, I don't know. I don't check every
Mm.
time because I assume it's that one. And
Hopefully this
most cars
works.
run on that one.
Glug
So
glug glug glug.
hopefully this doesn't destroy the engine because if it's the wrong kind, it will.
Oh,
So that's
amazing.
fun.
That's real fun.
I'm
Yeah,
trying to think what's the most I've spent on gas in one fill because you will
like the
probably
whole tank.
cry if you had to spend this much. Yeah, just the whole tank.
A whole tank. Let me
Pulling up
see.
my
It's around
banking app.
$16 where I live. Full tank.
16? Oh, I
Yeah.
wish. If
You
I only had to pay
wish.
$16,
Woo.
that would be a miracle. I'm pretty sure I
It'll be a
paid
blessing.
upwards of $60. I know I've paid 50, but I'm pretty
$60
sure I've also paid $60. Yeah, for one tank of gas.
For one tank, one time refuel. That's 60. That's a
Yeah.
whole $1 million. Well, here, well, not $1 million, million rupiah, basically.
Yeah.
$60.
So-
What? That is insane. That is insane.
Yeah.
You gotta move here, man. Trust me, it's a lot cheaper.
Might be expensive to move there, though, so.
Yeah,
Who
I
knows?
guess it's true.
I haven't checked. How much would it cost to move to Indonesia? How much? We are
But
doing so many
it
Google
would-
searches.
I have searched before. It's quite expensive to move to US, especially not accounting, visa prices and then the plane ticket.
Oh, that's
Plane
true.
ticket's expensive, and one-way
And then
plane
bringing
ticket
all your
can
stuff.
yeah one-way plane ticket can cost us like what $1,000 I think. I'm pretty sure. Let me check. $1,000
Plane ticket to Indonesia. Well,
Yeah.
it really depends on where in the United States you go, because a plane ticket to New York would be a far different price than a plane ticket to, let's say, Seattle.
Well, yeah, clearly.
Because the country is just so big.
It is so big. Like it's a whole continent on its own.
Yeah,
Insane.
from sea to shining sea.
It's America.
Oh, yeah. Oh, beautiful.
If we
sky.
hit it down and flatten it out, I'm gonna say around $1,000 for one-way plane ticket from here to America, which is not accounting costs for like transit and having to stay in a hotel at when transit. It's around
Yeah.
$1,000, which is insane price, to be honest.
Okay, I'm getting the cheapest price for me is $3,368, which
That's quite the cost, man.
yeah, that would take a huge chunk in my financial stability, that's for sure. But then I would be in
Clearly.
Indonesia, and I would be a
But-
millionaire.
If you're working in America and you're getting dollars for your wage, then you'll be a
Oh, yeah.
millionaire here. But if you're getting our currencies, then it wouldn't. That you're just
Yeah.
stuck here now. You wouldn't be able to go back, I guess.
I'm forever stuck in Indonesia.
Oh no!
It's really hot. I don't think I could handle it.
Yeah, how many?
Especially since the furthest
How hot is it for you right
south
now?
I've gone. Right now, okay. You will be surprised. It's actually pretty warm for being in the middle of December. It's 36 degrees Fahrenheit, which is like 1 degree Celsius.
Oh, that's cold.
It's two.
That's
It's
really
2
cold.
degrees Celsius.
That's still cold. That's like my fridge right now.
It's
We're
almost
on-
cold enough for water to freeze.
Well, yeah, yep. We are now on around. Since it's raining outside, it's around 28 degrees Celsius, which is around 82 degrees
82?
Fahrenheit.
That's
Yep.
pretty warm.
We actually rarely get 28. It's usually more around 30 to 34. And it's weird how it works because, there's like humidity and stuff, right? So
Yeah,
even though it
Humidity's
says
weird.
33 degrees, for example, because of the humidity, it feels more like 40 degrees Celsius, which is closer to 104 degrees Fahrenheit.
yeah, that's That's toasty. That's
They're
pretty.
real
That's
toasty.
very hot.
Not quite like Americans. They come here like for like in terms of tourism for tanning.
Yeah.
Getting their skin burned by the sun and like, oh yeah, this is cool. Tanning is fun. We're here like everyday tanning. Like, why?
Please let it stop.
Please, I'm begging you, stop shining.
Well, the benefit of being a gamer like I am is I never see the sun, and thus I never go paler than literally as white as possible. Just kidding, I'm not that white, but
yeah, in terms of like, yeah, since COVID, right, we stay home a lot, so my skin's gotten brighter. But if I go out right now, it's even though it's raining, it is shining quite bright outside. It will quickly
you look outside and it's going to be like you can see your skin darkening. You're no,
no, my progress.
I worked for a year on this not tan.
Yeah, because like we want to have not tan, right? And these pesky Americans would want to have tans. like oh goodness, it's like the opposite, completely the opposite. It's just interesting. Yeah, but in terms of like, if you're on a mountain, like not like the big mountain or something, like we have a place here called Puncak, which is basically just the translation of peak, and it's a place where it's like not on top of a mountain, but it's around a mountain range, which is just a small mountain. It's not like too big or anything, but it's pretty chilly there. It's around 24, 25 degrees Celsius, which is may not sound like a lot colder when comparing to 28, 29, it's really and 30. Nice. But it's still very nice compared to where I am right now, which is burning hot every afternoon.
Yeah, that temperature is just a little bit warmer than the temperature. If I could spend my life in one temperature, it'd be 74 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 23 degrees Celsius roughly.
That sounds like a good temperature for me as well. Yeah, to be honest.
Any colder, it starts getting kind of chilly.
Uncomfortably chilly.
I don't do well in the cold, but I'm pretty sure if I grew up literally on the equator, living with hundreds of degrees, well, not hundreds, but 100 degrees in Fahrenheit, I would do way worse. But
it is pretty hot here, to be honest. Like, you know how like sometimes you gotta go to like I don't know, shopping or something. Sometimes you gotta park where on the side of the road, and it's just there under the sun, getting super burnt, and you come back to your car from your shopping to literally an oven. You open the door and you get that gush of hot air from inside the car, and you're like, oh no, I gotta enter this car and go home. This is not gonna be well.
Yeah, I get that because during the summer I worked like half an hour away from home, which I don't know how far that sounds for you.
That sounds
your country's
pretty close.
Actually, your country's pretty big.
Yeah, my country's pretty big, yeah.
If I was talking to someone from like Ireland, they'd be like, are you kidding me? I go to visit my family, who is half an hour away every like 2 years. But
well,
I open the door and just a wave of heat crashes into me. I'm like, I'm gonna have to sit in this for half an hour after working a 10-hour shift because that's what my job liked to do.
Yep, sounds like a suffering.
But it was good money. So
clearly, if we're talking 30 minutes away, if I'm where I was, then 30 minutes away would be around like near one of the biggest, not one of the biggest, like one of the big shopping malls. Because most stuff like we have areas like dedicated to just housing, and then there's the city where it's mostly apartments, shopping centers, and stuff like that, right? So yeah, if you want to go to places that has big tall buildings, basically it's around 30 minutes away in terms of driving.
Alright. If I wanted to go somewhere where it had big tall buildings, I would have to go to like Seattle, which is a city in Washington. If you don't know, and Washington's a state.
I know Seattle. No, I know Seattle. I know.
Okay. I thought you might, but there was also a good chance you didn't because Seattle is pretty famous. But
yeah, because America is big and geography is just not my strongest point. Clearly,
I like geography. I don't know my whole country's geography because that's like memorizing all of Europe plus some geography. Not to flex on the Europeans, but my country's bigger than your continent. Okay, let's see. Google Maps, tell me how far it is to Seattle. All praise Google Maps. It would be a 7-hour drive, or almost 8 hours. 475 miles.
Woohoo! That sounds like a long drive.
A long ride.
How many hours was that?
7 hours and 47 minutes.
That is a long. But then again, like if you want to get from like I live in the capital city of Indonesia, right, which is Jakarta, and the next like closest big city, which is Bandung, is around 3 to 4 hours drive away, and some people often go there like weekly, so it's like it's quite we're pretty used to long drives here, to be honest. Because
I'm pretty used to long drives too.
I mean, you can take like the train or like public transport. Like if you want to go to by the train, then it will take you almost double the time of you just driving. But then again, the bad side of driving is if there's traffic, and traffic lasts long hours. For example, okay, you're gonna arrive here in 3 hours, but then there's traffic, so you're gonna arrive here in 5 hours. Bye bye. See you later. Like Google.
Yeah, traffic.
I was like, okay, I'm gonna use Google Maps, so I don't get Google Maps like picks the road that does not get traffic, right? So it avoids the traffic, but then gets into another traffic because everyone uses Google Maps, so it all directs to the same way.
Yeah, that's not very helpful when everybody's going the same recommended route.
I know. It's like, okay, I'm gonna, because you can like set a schedule on Google Maps, right? Okay, tomorrow if I need to arrive by this time, when do I need to go from home?
Yeah.
Okay, it tells me to go through this like highway, through this couple of roads, and I need to start going by this time. So and we go by that time, and then bada bing, bada boom, everyone plans the same thing, and we're just stuck there in the highway, fully stopped, waiting for hours for someone to move. It's crazy. It's actually insane.
Yeah. Since I live in a more rural country area, I don't deal with a ton of traffic. An encounter with
still
actual
your
traffic is rare. But again, I don't drive that much.
But here's the thing: I've seen American roads. Okay, they're very huge. They're very wide in terms of the size. Our roads are not like.
Yeah.
Some roads can barely fit 2 cars, but most roads can fit like 4 cars like across, right?
Yeah.
But still, the traffic is just insane. If you live in Jakarta, by the way, listeners at home, probably you don't, but if you are and do plan to live in Jakarta permanently, I suggest go somewhere else. Like we have lots of areas in our country that has better traffic. Do not live in Jakarta because the traffic here, you'll basically spend like at least a fifth of your lifespan on the road on traffic.
Wow, I spend a fifth of my life not on the road.
Yeah, it's actually insane. It's crazy traffic.
You must have to fill up gas a lot then, if you're just sitting there in traffic all the time.
Oh, sometimes we just turn off the machine because it's just too long. Okay, keys off. Yeah. All right.
Here,
now
where
we
I live,
just lay back.
Yeah,
and then just like
just
sleep
wait
for a couple of hours, and then, someone's moving. All right, turn on the machine again, the engine, and just boom.
Yeah.
And then we go.
Where I live, traffic it can get bad enough that you get stopped, but you're not stopped for long enough that you can like turn off your car. Well, you could, but like it could start going any second and like go like 2 feet forward and then stop again, or then like another meter.
Yeah. Actually, that's what I was saying about as well. So, the one that it stops permanently, that's rare. But when it goes like just a bit forward and then stop again, and
I hate
a bit forward so and stop again, and then just a little bit forward and stop again. And the annoying part is you just have to like put your feet on the gas just a little, and then just brake again. A little and brake
or you
again.
just hold the brake in almost all the way, but just slightly not, so that your car rolls forward at the exact speed that traffic is crawling forward.
Yeah.
Thus, eliminating the need to pay attention, and then you can sleep.
But here's the thing. the intervals between moving forward and not is inconsistent, right? So if I were to do that, then at some point I would hear a little bit of bump, and I'm like, oh, I've done something wrong. I'm in trouble. And then the driver in front of me was gonna pop his head out his windows, like looking back with death glaring from his eyes. I'm like, oh no, please forgive me. Forgive me.
Please. I was asleep. You understand?
You will understand if you've lived here for your whole life, basically. Please, sir.
Honestly, though, you'd probably understand if you'd driven through there just one day, and you're just like, oh my goodness, the traffic here is insane.
Yep. And the fact that no one follows the rules is also funny.
Well, here in the
States,
but
I think that is for another topic. We've gone quite off topic, in terms of currency.
This isn't a driving episode.
Yeah, nope. Okay. We have an episode for that. We'll discuss that later, okay, everybody? In terms of
minimum wage. What was your minimum wage again? $2.70 roughly?
$2.50.
$2.50. Okay. A month.
How did you get so off so quickly and so often?
Yeah, that was like a half an hour when we were talking about minimum wage.
That's true.
How many work hours is in a month, roughly, would you say?
Oh, okay. If we cut off weekends, that's around 20 days, right? And 20 days, let's say, 20 times, if we're working from 8 to 5, how long is that? 8 to 5 is around...
It's about an 8-hour day, right?
Yeah. 8 to 9 hours a day. So 9 times 250, I guess, which is $2,250 per. Wait. Divided by 9.
20 days.
Why am I multiplying by 9? No. Divide by 9. There we go.
20 by 9 would be how many hours you work in a month. So that's about 180 divided by 180. So you get about $1.40 an hour, right?
Yep, that sounds correct.
Well, minimum wage in Idaho is $7.25 an hour.
$7. Whoa, that's a lot. That's a real lot.
Yeah.
Huh.
The lowest I've ever been paid per hour, if I remember correctly, was $11 an hour.
And it's like what, washing plates or something?
That was I was working construction, so I went around putting fiberglass insulation around copper pipes. A lot of twisting, climbing ladders, and your arms would get so sore from reaching high places because everyone puts their pipes in high places.
Yep, definitely. Sounds about right. Yeah. Wow. Okay, but still, $7 is a lot. I think if that option was available here, everyone would like. I'm taking that job instantly. Give me that job.
I'll do that. Yeah.
I'll do that. Thank you very much.
Yeah, the thing here, minimum wage is not a livable wage.
Yeah, that's just how currencies work, my friend. Works for me, not works for you.
Yeah, you need at least like $10 an hour to survive.
To like live from day to day, right?
Yeah.
Because I mean, $60 for just a full tank, man, that's expensive. To be honest,
it's much better now. It's like I think it's $4 a gallon now, which still sounds that's still a lot for you, but.
Yep, definitely. And all this talk about gallon, inches, foot, liters, fluid ounces. We have a topic for that, and I think that's a good place to end the episode.
Units of measure.
To be honest.
Yes.
So thank you everybody for listening. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully you learned something new from us today. And don't forget to subscribe or follow on Google Podcasts or on Spotify or something. And
wherever you're listening
to this podcast, go check out Squidney's channel if you're on YouTube, or check out my channel, MythicMagician, on YouTube as well. Hopefully you enjoy our other content as well. And thanks so much for listening. See you in the next episode. And bye-bye.
And don't forget to grab your passport on the way out.
Don't forget that. I forgot about that. Grab the passport. Well,
we didn't plan that, so yeah.
We did not plan that. Do we want to redo the outro?
Nah.
Okay.
We could just do that. It's funny.
It's funny.
And we can leave all this rambling in too, as we roll credits. Directed by Elon Musk.
Definitely. And then since people can still hear this, it's pretty wonderful. Yep. All right. Yes.
Okay, we should actually stop now.
Yeah.